1440, there was a conflict under James II of Scottish monarchy, and also William VI, Earl of Douglas of the Black Douglas clan.
James II of Scotland actually had no real position in this conflict, as he was only a decade old. His regent, Sir Alexander Livingston, was the one in charge of Scotland at the time and took over the duties of the Scottish king.
Livingston was the favorite counselor to James I during his rule and helped him with all sorts of things that he needed. And naturally, when he died, he made Livingston the regent to his heir, James II.
So in March of 1437, James II, a 7-year-old, comes to the throne after his father's death.
So in 1440, the Earl of Douglas was invited to a very large feast held by James II, presumably to end the conflict between the two warring houses, and he was also provided safe passage along the way.
With him, the Sir Earl Douglas brought his youngest brother and only brother, David, and then on top of that, he brought his counselor, but more importantly, his friend, Malcolm Fleming.
So they're having this feast at the great dining hall of James II, and suddenly this platter comes out.
When they set it down, everyone realizes what it actually is. The head of a black bull, which symbolizes death.
Death.
Death with a black Douglas. So actually, James II didn't want any of the Black Douglas boys to be executed. He'd actually befriended them at this amazing feast that they had. You know, they had a great time. It was actually his regent, Alexander Livingston, who was the one who gave the final order for them to be executed.
They were the people that held the real power because James II at the time was only 10 years old.
So after they bring out this bull's head, this black bull's head, the Black Douglas boys and their minister are dragged out into the courtyard of the castle, and they're given this what is essentially a mock trial. So they're given this trial, and they're found guilty of high treason against the king, and they're sentenced to death for it.
Legend has it that James II begged for his new friends not to be executed, but his plea was ignored.
So despite James II's plea for the Black Douglas boys, they were beheaded right in front of him.
Four years later, in the presence of 4 bishops and Sir Robert Fleming, Livingstone, who was responsible for what will be known as the Black Dinner, solemnly swore that he had no part in its undertaking.